mamas, my name's Corinne and welcome back to My Modern Village, where we talk about anything and everything that has to do with you and your littles. As some of you may know, I have a toddler who's almost 3 years old and he has a lot of toys. He does have this lovely toy chest behind me that my dad actually hand built for him, but somehow it still doesn't manage to contain the mess and all of his toys. We still have a whole bunch of other stuff. Little bits of toys. I'm sure your living room may look something like mine, where the toys end up all over the place. So, you may be thinking, well, he just doesn't need that many toys, and I don't disagree with you, but most of the toys he has here have been from birthdays and Christmases. They're not necessarily toys that we bought him. And this house somehow does not have great storage in it, so unfortunately, a lot of the toys just stay out. So I'm left to try and figure out the best way to organize it and make sure that he doesn't have every single toy out all of the time at any given moment. So, plan for today, we went ahead and bought this little corner storage system that comes with those little collapsible kind of cloth bins. My plan is to put it over here by his storage bin. We kind of have this little corner right now. It just has random crap thrown into it. So my plan is to build that, put that there, and then use the bins to organize all of these little toys. That way hopefully he only takes out one bin at a time, and we can even start working on trying to get stuff put back when he's done playing with it. He also has a bunch of books. Hi, baby brother. He also has a bunch of books kind of at the bottom of our entertainment center. And the storage system has some options to put books in there as well too. So we're gonna go ahead and get to building on this, and we're gonna see how this goes. All right, first things first, I realized I needed to move some of his toys out of the way and kind of clear my workspace. Right, bring this thing over. It's actually quite heavy. And there's a lot of tape on it. Thank goodness for box cutters. And you know the project's getting serious when the hair goes up into a ponytail. Time for business. Instructions. This is always a good thing. I don't know about you, but I'm one to definitely try and follow the instructions when building stuff. So when I do projects like this, I like to sort of, read ahead on the instructions a little bit just to kind of get a feel for how the instructions read. I definitely want to pull out all of the parts, the little hardware that comes with it, so that way I know exactly what I'm working with and get those all sorted and kind of organized. Of course, get the trash out of the way, that way the space is clear, and then start pulling out the big pieces, kind of knowing which pieces I should be looking for and starting with, so that way I know how to get organized. But of course, baby thought it was time to get out of his bassinet first. And then once I picked him up, I sort of lost my place, so I started kind of going back over the instructions one more time just to make sure I knew where exactly I left off. I'm going to try and put him down, see if he lets me work. He really just doesn't like to be in the bassinet. So, all right, back to trying to organize some of these pieces. I'm like trying to see which letters I'm looking for here. Could not find those pieces right away. And it was not clear exactly where the letters were for each of the pieces right off the bat. He was definitely not happy with just being set down, so thought I would go ahead and give the carrier a try, see if I could just kind of wear him, and hopefully that let him calm and settle a little bit more, so that way I could keep going on this project. I was able to get, a big piece of it up, just having him lay there, but alas, it did not last very long. Okay, I had to take a quick break and get baby in his carrier. He was just getting too fussy. He was over just watching me. So, yeah, we're going to see how hard it is to finish this project while wearing him here. But, that's what life is with toddler and a newborn. So, if I can get him to sleep real quick, and then we'll be back at it. Okay, success. Baby's asleep. So let's see if we can finish up this project. Back to the instructions again, because I'm sure I lost my place while I was trying to bounce and rock him to sleep. And I'm realizing that it's very hard to kind of move around with him there. I don't want his head to flop forward. You know, now that he's getting big enough, his head doesn't tuck in the carrier quite as well. But, oh well, we gotta do what we gotta do, right? The instructions had very little words on them. It was mostly just pictures. So I was trying really hard to follow along and make sure I had the right pieces each time. But finally started to come together. Trying to just get this last piece on. He let me put him down again, which is always a good thing.
No, same number of screws, right?
Yeah, I think so. These aren't supposed to be flush like this. Yeah. Right. I had to enlist the help of hubby to do the last piece because it needed like 3 hands. The directions do actually say that at least 2 adults required for assembly, so I guess that makes sense. Last step here, so go ahead and snap on the little screw covers. So I'm gonna get a hammer and we'll be right back. All right, we finally got our little organizer all together. Again, I had to enlist hubby to help me move some of the furniture around, and this thing is made of particle board, so it's very heavy and pretty inexpensive or cheaply made. It's definitely not a piece of furniture I expect my kids to inherit, but it'll serve the purpose for the next 5 years or so of holding all their toys. So just keep that in mind. I know, buddy. So keep that in mind if you are looking for a simple storage solution. A lot of the times those cheap, particle board pieces of furniture are a lot less expensive. However, they're heavy and they're not meant to be moved. Like moving houses and stuff. They will fall apart, break down over time. So again, if you're looking for a solution for the next couple years, few years or so, it's great. I think we paid less than $50 for this one from Target. But again, not a piece of furniture that's gonna be in the house forever. So we'll take another look. All right, so we put our lamp on it. As you can see, you still have all the toys out. But yeah, it's nice. It's got different drawers and stuff. So all that's left now is to put his toys away. I don't know why, but for me, the most gratifying part of the whole project is getting to actually build the little bins and put them in the storage cubbies and kind of pick and choose which colors I wanted to go where, even though I changed it a couple times, I think. Yeah, so I was hoping that my son would be interested in helping me sort of put some of his toys away in the bins. That way he kind of knew where everything was, what went in which bin, etc. However, I soon learned he was far more interested in taking everything out of the bins I had just put in there and just playing with his cars instead. So I guess I will have to wait until he is either done playing or maybe after he goes to bed tonight to finish organizing all of his toys and going ahead and getting everything put away. So, oh well, so much for that idea. Okay, I think he lost interest in the toys for the moment. So taking advantage and trying to do some finishing touches with the help of all of the animals walking in and out of the frames. Hi, Jupiter. All right, and then I found that there was a space on the one side for this giant mat that he has. So if I fold it up really small, that actually fit in there too, which was nice because this thing kind of takes up a lot of room as well. I knew that not every single toy was going to fit in a bin, like some of his bigger trucks and then this little basketball sports center thingy he has, but there was still room to kind of slide it in, mostly still get it out of the way. Okay, so it's actually the next morning after we finished building our little storage solution here. And my son ended up playing with a bunch of his toys pretty late last night, so I didn't really get a chance to put it all back together before it was too late. So just wanted to follow up this morning. So as you can see, I was able to get some of his books on the middle shelves here. I think it looks pretty nice, it fills the space okay. So yeah, this was a great solution for us to try and get some of his toys off the floor. Each of the bins kind of has a different type of toy in it. I've got one bin that has all of his art supplies, one bin that's got a bunch of his little cars that he uses all the time. Like there's each bin just kind of has its own sort of group of toys. So yeah, so far I think it was a great idea. We're still going to work on trying to pick up all of the toys from one bin and put those away before we get out new toys, but one step at a time. So at least right now he's only pulled out one bin of toys at a time, so that's much better than before when they were all just kind of sitting on the toy chest and in them. He would just pull out anything and everything at once. So far this has stopped him from pulling out more toys at a time, which is a good thing. One of the big motivations, other than just trying to declutter the space a little bit for me to do this project, was he does have a birthday coming up, so I anticipate more toys coming in. So, even though, we're trying to let people know kind of more specifically what he may want or need, less kind of like little toys that are going to get lost and everything, but I'm sure he'll still get some stuff. So we wanted to make sure that everything had a home, and that there was a place we could put everything away. So he does also have some toys upstairs in his bedroom, and we also have a playroom. So as I've kind of been going through and organizing things, I've realized that, we have some parts of toys down here where the whole system is upstairs and vice versa. So it's also kind of helped me to make sure that everything has all of its parts and everything is kind of all together where they need to be. So it's been a great cleaning opportunity as well. So anyways, I hope this was helpful a little bit, maybe it motivated you to clean up a space or maybe try and find a different way to organize some of your kids' toys. Again, I just got this one at Target. It wasn't super expensive, but I'm sure there are other options with similar sort of storage bins and everything else. So if you have any questions or comments, please let me know down below. As always, please subscribe to the channel and please grab my email newsletter, and I'll see you next time. Bye.